What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with some more trance and some more late 90s trance from Mustafa Alici, aka both Steve Morley and Dave Holmes. And indeed, this is another tune that's in that hybrid style where it has the melody and evolution of a progressive trance track, but the drive, energy, and power of a late 90s hard trance tune. So, as I mentioned, a number of trance tracks in this in between the melodic and hard trance spectrum. They were in my record collection in the late 90s, early 2000s, and this one in particular I remember playing at a number of parties in the early 2000s, often got a very big response. And yes, the name on the release is Profiler, but again, this is just Mustafa Alici, and there's no original mix, meaning there's a Steve Morley mix on one side, and then there's a Dave Holmes Final Fantasy mix on the other. I don't know if there's any connection to the gaming franchise. Maybe Mustafa Alici played Final Fantasy, but in any case, we're going to listen to the Steve Morley version, which is the mix that I would play at those parties. I think they're both good, but I like the configuration and evolution of the Steve Morley mix a bit better. So yeah, this is from 1999. It's on Alien Recordings. Again, I think this is a UK label. I can tell you this one I got at Dr. Free Clouds. I recognize the price tag or like the barcode. And yes, let's give it a listen. This is Profiler, aka Mustafa Alici. This is Who We Are, which is heard here in the Steve Morley remix, though again, Steve Morley is just another one of his aliases. $45? Like clean and crisp hi-hat and clap. Oof. It's like elastic, stretchy bass line. Or like second layer of the bass line. Sort of epic melodic line, and then now a pad, that like eagle sound. There was like this stretching or like ripping layer. Love that.
This is who we are. This is who we are.
Similar to the structure of Samsara, a bit different, but close. That two-sided balance of epic, quasi-gothic melodic sections with these driving, mechanical, electric intros, interludes, and outros. Downgrade, right? Like once the bass line comes out, that electric, stretchy, dynamic bass line, it suddenly feels very empty. But it's a quick final part. So yeah, I feel like someday soon I just got to do a bunch of mixes. I've been talking about doing a new Hard House Chronicles a couple times. A friend of the channel has mentioned it'd be good if I could do like a long acid trance mix, so I'm thinking of doing another acid trance sessions. And I'd like to do another progressive trance pathways with stuff like this, that sort of progressive melodic trance, but on the faster end, on the slightly more driving end of that style, of that spectrum. So yeah, maybe the next progressive trance pathways mix I'll do on the same day that I'll do like 3 or 4 mixes. I'll just sort of set aside a day, put reactions aside just for a 24-hour period, and I'll record a few mixes. And this will definitely be one of the styles that I do, because like hearing these tunes, number one, it's very nostalgic. This is the kind of stuff that, again, I was buying in the early days, in part because, again, finding acid trance and acid techno like I was looking for, it wasn't always easy. And even when I would find some of that, I was also interested in this style of melodic and hard trance. And so number one, it's very nostalgic, but number two, I think a lot of these tunes hold up well, and it's like really nice to hear them now more than 25 years later. So again, shout out to Mustafa Alici and all of his aliases, shout out to Alien Recordings, shout out to Luca, who's been very patient and silly. But do let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.